success, okay? So goals are so important. Last thing I want to say about goals is when you accomplish one goal, get ready to set another one. For me, Sundays are my day to set goals. I set my goals for the week, for the day, for the week, and the month, okay? So I call it the Big Five. Big Five. What are 5 most important things you need to do this day, this week, this month to make the week, the day, or the month the best that it can be? Five things. For me, it's waking up in the morning and making sure I get my me time, focusing on meditating and get my mind right. Just so you guys know. But we always got to commit and we always got to push it. That's kind of funny. Okay, so number 2 in that, leadership, okay? We don't really talk about leadership too much, but I'm going to give you this nugget, and if people are taking notes, a leader of one, a leader of many. If you can't lead one, you can't lead any. Okay, a leader of one, a leader of many. If you can't lead one, you can't lead any. You need to lead yourself first. In order to make a difference out there, you need to make a difference in here first. Okay, there's a book out there called A Leader Without a Title by Robin Sharma. Highly recommend you read that. A Leader Who Had No Title. Sometimes we get into a mindset that a position determines our level of leadership, but it's actually the leader within you that allows you to fulfill your position in that leadership role. So, leader of one, a leader of many. Make sure you're always leading yourself. Another little nugget, leaders are readers. Okay, leaders are readers. And again, keep in mind that all these things that I'm talking about today are what took me from an idea, an imaginative creation to something that is actually manifesting in my life. Okay, so leadership, a leader of one, a leader of many. Got to lead yourself first. Anybody can tell me what goals is?
Great objectives, accomplish.
Good, wait. Well done here. Good, I like that. And what flower grows between your nose and your chin?
Tulips.
Tulips, good. It's okay to engage, okay? And how many people are beautiful in here?
1.
Well, everybody, but yeah, 1 essentially. Good, okay, I see where our mind is. But with that said, there's actually a leadership principle out there. John Maxwell wrote a book. I love reading. Please read 21 Irrefutable Laws of a Leader. John Maxwell wrote it, and it talked about the law of the lid. Okay, the law of the lid. Basically, imagine this cup right here, and there are fleas in this cup. Okay, so let's say you mind if I take the lid off? Oh, good. Okay, good. So I don't know how to use this thing here, but look, teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. Look, it's his cup. He's telling me how to use it. Anyway, okay, imagine if I took that off. Okay, and there are fleas in here. Okay, let's say there's no lid, and the fleas are going to keep jumping higher than that lid. They're going to keep jumping. Because they've conditioned to jump that high. If you put this lid back on there, sorry, now you're going to have to wash it. Anyway, the fleas are going to keep hitting the top of that lid until they condition themselves to jump right below that lid line. Okay? When you take that lid off, the fleas will never jump higher than that lid because they've conditioned themselves to not jump higher than that lid because, oh wow, it hurts when I jump this high. Okay, same thing with your potential as a leader. If you don't continue to invest in yourself and grow as a leader, you're going to cap your leadership lid. It's called the law of the lid. You want to make sure that your lid is always increasing by increasing the capacity with which you operate. Oh man, that's heavy. Yo, take this stuff down. Leaders are what? Leaders are readers. Right, that's good. Here we go. I know it's a little silly and stuff like that. Listen, 24, man. 24 years old, so we all have the capacity to be great. It's the decisions that you make. It's not just by accident. All right, so number 3, okay, so leadership. Okay, so we have our goals, we have leadership. Number 3 is world class, okay? If you look at the top here, greatness, okay? I'm not a fan of mediocrity. If you want to be mediocre, that's cool. You're going to just be able to get by, and that's fine and all. But if you want to make a difference in life, you want to make a difference in your life and the lives around you, in whatever profession or career that you decide to venture out in, it's all about world class and being just a little bit ahead. And it's not ahead being inferior to somebody because we're all equal, but it's just knowing that within yourself you keep growing and the level that you're at is always increasing in that. So world class, being just a little bit better. A positive mental attitude, okay? Part of world class is a positive mental attitude. PMA, so sometimes people have little bandanas or things around their neck that say positive mental attitude, a PMA. Okay, so I just want to clear something up right now. Positive mental attitude never decides that what's happening is false. Denial is just a river in Egypt. You like that? Look, he's cheesing back there. It's not denying it. It's just understanding that what you're going through, with the value that you place on what you're going through determines how you're going to respond to it. Okay, so you and I can go through the same exact scenario. You could be an angry person by nature, and I could be a positive person by nature, and you're going to view that situation from an angered perspective. When you have a positive mental attitude, it just adjusts the things and how you look at it. How do you do that? Reading great books. surrounding yourself with great people, because you're only as strong as the people you surround yourself with. So look at it. Who's around you? Who's influencing your lives in a certain way? Because again, getting all back to this, you always got to keep it moving. You always have to push until something happens. Okay. So from the time that I decided to venture out from the bank and take a risk, when not even my family wanted to support me at the time, but they're like, look, you have all this stuff going for you. You have to have that positive mental attitude. Number 2 with that is mastering your craft. Okay, I'm a big fan of mastering your craft. What are you going to do each and every day to make sure you're a little bit better? Just a little bit better. You know, I do a lot of training. I train a lot of people throughout the course of a week. And how do I, as a leader and as a person, make sure that each workout is world class, each conversation is world class at a higher level? And it's mastering your craft. It's understanding that you never arrive. Always striving, never arriving. You might want to write that down too. That's good. Always striving, never arriving, okay? Because you're always striving for that level, but as soon as you feel like you arrived, that's it. That's your fall right there, okay? So always stay humble. Notice you can always learn. You can always get something from somebody, okay? That's that. Another little nugget here. Energy flows where attention goes, okay? So your energy flows where your attention goes. So let's get back to the positive mental attitude here. If you're focused on anger, your energy is going to flow to that anger, as opposed to you understanding that, okay, what can I do? What do I have the capacity to control in the situation to allow me to overcome and get to where I need to be? Push until something happens, okay? So just a couple little things I want to share with that, okay? So great objectives assures lasting success. You always got to keep it moving. I highly recommend writing your goals down. What are your goals? Maybe you never even thought about what you want to accomplish in life. And that's okay. It's not even about that. And I just want to encourage you also. Wherever you are today is not where you're going to be tomorrow. So I just want to say, regardless of any of this stuff, you know, just again that one thing. Wherever you are today, you're not going to be tomorrow. Whether it's in the positive or the negative. If you don't decide to be intentional with today, tomorrow isn't going to be a negative thing. But you're not moving forward, so you're just inevitably going to go backwards. Why somebody like the people that we surround ourselves with are moving forward, indirectly someone's moving backwards if you're not keeping up with the flow, okay? So you always got to keep it moving. You always have to push until something happens, all right? So that's your goals. Leadership, leader of one.
Leader of many.
Right. If you can't lead one, you can't lead any, okay? Very good. Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Got it.
He's making mental notes in his brain, which is great. So, with that said, leader of one, a leader of many, you can't lead one, you can't lead any. Robin Sharma, a leader who had no title. I highly recommend that book. A Leader Without a Title. We all have the capacity to lead. And it might not even be in positional. It might be your younger sister, your younger brother, maybe someone that is struggling with something at 6, 7, 8 years old. How do you be a better leader for them? You know, and it's really leaving that legacy is what it's really all about. World class, operating at a different level. Not just operating at mediocrity, you know, always striving, never arriving. Never settle for less when you can be and have the best, okay? And positive mental attitude, the value that you place on circumstances is going to dictate how you respond to that. Okay, so with all that being said, how's everybody doing? Can we get a 2 clap? Okay, so by the way, if any of you train people or you're in a group setting, I train a lot of youth athletes. I don't know if that's anybody's realm here. When you get a bunch of youth athletes together and they're all working out and stuff like that, 2 clap is 2 clap. So let's try that together. 2 clap, 2 clap, 2 clap. When you have a room full of people doing that, especially